Hello everybody, welcome back to an episode of Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. In the last part, we did the summer, or the Moonfire Fair event, which I actually liked it this year. Now we're off to the Rising events. So, let's talk to the minstrel and see what kind of big message we have from, the man himself. Well now, if it isn't my adventurer friend Cecila, it can only be a blessing from the Navigator that we should be in here and now. You see, I've been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform this Rising. I have in mind to speak with the locals for the tales for which I could use your able assistance. May you be willing to accompany me? Perfect. I'm truly grateful. During the Rising, remember those we lost in the Calamity, even as we turn our attention to our brighter future. It gives me hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there's no better place for talk than the midst of the drowning wench. Let's first seek out the barkeep, Boderon, and see if he has aught of interest to share. Alright. Oh, come on, what's the harm? Uh-oh. What's the harm? You'll get yourself killed, that's the harm! I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so badly anyway, Racha? She's so cute! There's this place I need to go to. The problem is, the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please let me sign up. It ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to lead those I sign up. If I let someone who's clearly unprepared to head out and they end up hurting the worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't get me started on the damage it would cause a guild's reputation. So you have to think about signing up until you're older. Much older. But it has to be now, during the Rising. Why do you have to be so responsible? Comes with age, lass. Now, run along and get yourself home. Oh boy. Oh, she's got that look. Is everything well? Ah, sorry you had to see that. Little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer, but I said no and sent her on her way. Still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to just give up easily. True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whip if she tried to sneak out anyway. I ain't to impose, but do you reckon you can keep an eye on Richa? I'd do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. Sure. The timing of the Rising seemed to be of the essence of to the little one. Intriguing, would you not agree? Let's ask her about that. I'm in your debt. Now, the nearest city exit is the Tempest Gate, over by the Yap Castle. I suggest we begin by talking to Clindaral, the sentry yonder. Alright. Oh, what's wrong with the map? Oh god. Map's all bugged out. That was weird. That was weird. I've never seen that before. Alright. The lowlands of Lenosia wait on the other side of the Tempest Gate. Have you seen a little kid? At Bodron's behest, you say? As it happens, the girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Makati peddler, so at a glance one might think them parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade Ayoyo outside. I expect she stopped a little more for questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Our thanks for the information. We'll find your comrade at once. Alright. Oh boy. Ba-ba-ba. Well now, if it ain't good old minstrel and our kindly helper. Pleasure to see you two here again. What brings you here today? So Badaran sent you out to the little one. I was just about to ask her what she's up to. Richa, was it, dearie? Even without others telling you, you ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it that you want to do so badly? You'd risk your life for like this. There's something I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. We understand that you have your reasons, Richa. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So, Hero, I would like to make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. But I don't have any money, and what adventure would want to help a child anyway? Why, our friend here, of course. As long as I get paid. Why would you say that? If rap with this humble vagrant. It shall be good to provide a suitable recompense in Rich's stead. While a part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for the song, above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. You really helped me? Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest what exactly it is you need, and she'll be able to help you all the better. The place I want to go to is a lighthouse near Lower Lenosia. It's named one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appeared during the Rising. There are supposedly lighthouse keepers who died in the Calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the dead. That's gotta be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area. Austin's Torch is the one only as civilians can still get to. Don't recall hearing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious, so I'll come along. Having a yellow jacket ought to help make things easier, I reckon. That's outside of a skirmish, anyway. Being a cannoneer, I'm more at home blasting things from a distance. Run into angry fiends in the road, they're all yours. Not a problem. So, what's your name, adventurer? Cecila. Cecil Rye. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Austin's Torch. We'll see if the rumor about the ghost is true. Sure. I get Glajaja. Are you ready to go, Cecila? Ready as ever. As much as I like the company, someone should return to the Drowning Wench and apprise Badaran of these developments. Besides, to hear your accounts afterwards, what you learned in Fell, will also bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. Right, to begin with, how about we head east to Madman Bridge? It'd give Rich a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in some places, so take care you don't take a tumble now. I'll be fine, don't worry. Let the adventure begin. Alright. Look, a river! There's some sort of strange animal. You sometimes see children out this way with their folks, but I take it you've never been. Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents died in the Calamity. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice, and I have lots of fun. That'd be Limlayan's Shoals, I take it. It's an orphanage run by a former sanguine siren, in case you weren't aware. A fine place by all accounts. If that's where Rich is from, I'll have one of me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let them think she's missing. Right then, next we'll make for Ocean's Embrace up the Seer Ill. Take it slow so you don't wear yourself down. Alright. Whoa, we're so high up. This is amazing. I felt the same way when I looked out from here for the first time. This bridge was built where a tidal wave sundered the land during the Calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determination to rise above tragedy. Miss Dorothea, that's the headmistress, said that we Laminsians worked hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you, Sessa? Do you like being an adventurer? I won't be anything else. I'd rather not work at all, to be honest. We're adventurers to the bone. And that's what I thought. When I grow up, I'll hope I'll like what I do as well. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the Calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorothea said. She promised to tell everyone everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone, and I can't find the right words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Seems Rich has got something she needs to get off her chest. I wanted to verify the rumor. Mayhaps she... but there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on. Alright. That there is Austin's torch, one of the two lighthouses, what are named for gods. The lighthouse keeper is a bloke named Ross. These names, Rosnez. Lighthouse keeper. So about the reason why I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see. They disappeared during the Calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought that maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. So that's why you wanted to prove the rumor wrong. You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things. Aye, but a part of me wishes that the rumor was true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going. So what's the other lighthouse that that civilians can get to? Because, I don't... I guess it's that one, right? Gotta be. Because there's no other lighthouses around here. Well, there's one way over there, but... It's gotta be that one, right? No. Right? Or the one way over there. Maybe it's that one way out in the distance. Oh shit, I went past them. Whoa, the sea's frozen in a splash! Amazing! The Lisp area was hard hit by the Calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swaths of land, a piece of diamond came crashing down yonder. They say it caused ether to gush out of the land and crystallize all at once. All that time I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend. She took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I didn't really fully understand what was happening. But the Calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for father and mother. You know, it's kind of a shame that I've actually played like 1.0. I think the most I played at 1.0 was like very little of it. I don't know if it was the beta, but I played very, very little of 1.0. Well, now, if I didn't guess, what brings you to the torch? Oops. Ghosts are on the horizon. For all my years as a keeper, I've not seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. Certain the sort of place that children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry for a specter. So father and mother weren't ghosts after all. But I must say, it's a surprise to see Rato's little girl here. Her parents showed me the ropes when I was certain I was a keeper. They had charge of Limlan's ring yonder. Oh, so that is the lighthouse over there. Nowadays it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to hire adventurers, and grizzled ones at that, just to deliver supplies. If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me in Limster during the Calamity and died in a tidal wave. Why'd they go there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know. I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report. But your folks did everything they could to protect Limlan's ring. They built a breakwater using everything they had on hand. But in the end, there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Know, though, that your folks didn't die in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives. I see. They were noble. They really were noble souls, like Mr. Rothia said. Well, if I could choose, I wish they were still here. I mean, that's what any child would. This is just a thought, but how would you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but from what I know, I'm glad to share with you. I'd like that. I'd like that very much. You're so excited. Good morning, Cecila. I got up early to look at the lighthouse, where my mother and father used to be. For the longest time, I felt as though they abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time so I could ask them why they had to go, and to tell them that I missed them. I understand how you feel. I disappointed that there weren't any ghosts. Maybe a little. Still, I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others. Like them and like you. The lovely sunrise. Now that's a view. So thank you for bringing me here. Well, that's a view. You know, I was kind of half expecting her parents to show up as ghosts. I was kind of half expecting that. Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. You're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear? Well, I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Dorothy won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect. In which case, a comrade of mine tells me he's at Anchor's Harbor. Or at the Anchor Yard. I'll see you to it Richard's get home safely. Be sure to cast the special fireworks afterwards, eh? Me seeing you, Cecila? No problems. Alright. You know, I'm kind of interested in seeing who but the one thing I'm really interested, more than anything else, are who the fuck is the Warrior of Light's parents? Like, how the hell were we conceived? Like, come on. I want to know who their parents were. Or did they just magically form through the power of the crystal? I want to know who our parents were. That'd be very interesting to know about, honestly. I'd be very, very interested, actually. Hey, man. Welcome back, friend. Was young Rich able to find what she sought? Yes. So, her true purpose is to see this the ghosts were her parents who were taken by the Calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there are so many tales out there, it's impossible for us to know every single one. Yet that tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Cecila, not only for granting Richard's wish, but providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion? Sure. You're gonna wait for special fireworks in the middle of the day? Yes, it comes to me. Verse for all who strive onwards, this day and every day. The headaches are back. Dog! Greetings, Warrior of Light. And look who it is. I still never understand why he's not portrayed as a Lalafell. This is a world that exists outside of reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. For long years we have walked together with you on this grand journey. It is a never-ending journey, and one that shall continue tomorrow as surely as it does today. The most natural of things. Along the way, I've endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I've been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. Ain't that the truth? To learn from successes and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. So that is what I had resolved to do at the journey's beginning, and I resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you on our side on the road ahead. And I pray that upon this journey of light that we have the honor to share the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. The world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have the occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. Goodbye, Naoki Yoshida. Maybe one day you'll be portrayed as a Lalafell. Most happenings in our lives have been no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you the song. Song of Journeys Fulfilling. I get hiccups. Fireworks! In gleaming gold, the sun does rise, the boundless sky it calls, and silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pale. Paul, so far away the guiding light that you do now espy the flames of life that warm the heart to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for where we stand, so shall we remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memories refrain. I have no doubt that you, Richa, and Ioyo shall give rise to many great tales. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships in the way of more than you can bear. Ain't that the truth? We've had that already. At such a time, I bid you remember this. No matter how hard your great burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall be ever your strength. Beacon to light your way in the darkness. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the confidence and motivation. Look at the fireworks! Meteor! Hey, yo. My controller died too. Alright. Pretty normal event for the Rising. I liked it. I still wish I kind of played like the 1.0 story, so I could have actually gotten all that backstory on the thing. But we all know 1.0 was an absolute fucking disaster, and I probably wouldn't have played it very long. But yeah, that is the Rising events. We are done until the next event rolls by, which I have absolutely no idea what the next event is going to be. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.